I have to go.
What more do you want?
It's not fair to him.
It's not fair to you either. And you've known since high school. You had a thing for guys. Since high school. I have never felt about anyone the way I feel about you.
You are such a box. I have to go.
Oh, boo.
Paging Dr. Adams, paging Dr. Adams. Please report to the main lobby. Jeremy Smith will be waiting for you.
We'll be right with you, sir.
Take your time.
What about you? What are you here for?
I'm here to see the doctor.
For what?
I'm here to see the intern.
Jeremy Smith? Pleasure.
Likewise.
Right this way to my office.
I would like to thank you in taking the time and interviewing me tonight.
Of course. I almost didn't recognize you in the lobby. The picture on your resume is a few years old.
Haven't had time to update it.
Longer hair now. Looks nice. Impressed by the research interest you mentioned on your resume. I hope you're ready for some long hours as we finish papers for the journals.
Ready and raring to go.
I know we're at the forefront here on research, but with your credentials, I would assume that you had a lot of hospitals to choose from, and I wonder how you ended up choosing us.
Family picture?
My pride and joy.
You and your wife?
Joanna.
Yes, you've been married how many years?
35 this year. Well, why don't I give you a tour of the hospital?
Love to.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So, how was work?
Fine. That new intern, Jeremy Smith, came in for his introductory interview today.
Really? Anything eventful?
Not really. His resume picture didn't do him justice. I was kind of curious with his qualifications why he chose our hospital. I guess his research interests aligned with mine. I had an obvious connection with him right off.
Maybe he's into silver foxes. You were so cute in high school. But I wouldn't let anybody know.
You certainly weren't obvious.
Well, reputations were important back then.
You made me go full throttle and sweat it out in the process. And there were casualties. Tim, he was going for you. He had to settle for D.
It's so strange how Dee disappeared, according to Tim. And I just couldn't figure her out sometimes. And Tim thought you were after him.
I didn't. I admired the guy from afar. He had looks, charm,
Restraining order.
not funny, setup. And it takes years for something like that to come off your record.
Let's see. It's so strange that you started out at med school together and then you end up working together at the same hospital.
He tries to keep his distance. Crossing paths is inevitable.
Now, I really wish you'd reconsider going to the reunion.
I have paperwork to do. Besides, I'm sure you have catching up to do.
Maybe. Cheers.
Cheers.
Wow, this looks great.
It does.
I love crab.
Yeah, it is good. Yeah.
So I contacted 3 contractors.
Mm-hmm.
And all 3 of them said that the job was going to take 3 days.
Hmm?
We can't stay here. Any thoughts?
It would be nice to go up the coast again for a weekend. Just us. It would be nice to rekindle what we had during the first few years.
We could get into some spooning.
We sure as hell could.
Cheers.
Cheers.
To us.
To us.
Spooning.
Yes. And to what do I owe this pleasure?
Come on, Greg. Let's have bygones be bygones, shall we?
Of course. What can I do for you, Tim?
Well, the Mrs. Delaney case. The department had shuffling cases and wanted to give it to me.
You couldn't email me to request her file.
Well, I could have, but it's more fun to watch you squirm.
Ever the charmer.
That's me. And no hard feelings about that high school romances, huh?
I can make a quick pit stop. You're right out.
I'll be right here.
You must be the new intern on staff, right? Jeremy Smith, is it?
Yes, sir.
Welcome aboard, Tim Masterson. It's a real pleasure.
Likewise, sir.
A real charmer, from what I hear.
Sir?
That's right, play it coy. You must have charmed the socks off Dr. Adams. Probably just like your old man.
Something wrong?
No. Nothing at all.
Let's continue to my office.
How's it going, man?
It's going good.
Good, man. I'm exhausted. It's been a long day.
It's going good. I'm actually about to cut soon.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's been a long day, dude, honestly.
Yeah, man. I'm exhausted. I'm ready to go home.
I know. Actually, I gotta go change an IV real quick. Can you
Okay.
just watch the desk for me?
Yeah.
How are you feeling today, Mr. Casino?
I'm okay, sir.
Great. The doctor will be in shortly to see you, okay?
Mr. Cancino, it is good to see you're doing okay.
Doc, am I ready to go home?
You were in a severe car crash on Miller Street.
Yeah, I remember. It was Saturday night. I was actually on my way to a business meeting.
Yeah, and I see you got pretty banged up. Now you're going to be sore for the next few days. Drexel, when are those test results be in?
Yes, sir. They just came back this morning,
Let
sir.
me check this
Did I
out.
get to go home today?
Looking at your x-rays, there are no fractures. You're a lucky man, Mr. Cancino. I'll give you a week or two to heal up.
What, a week? But I got business meetings in a few days.
I'm sure you do, but reschedule or do Zoom meetings. You need your rest. Here you go, Drexel. I'll be going to lunch. Page me if you need me.
Okay, and the other papers you asked for, sir?
Mhm.
They're on your desk.
Got it. Thanks, Drexel.
Here you go, Miss Casino. All your paperwork are signed and ready to go. And you will need to follow up with the doctor in the next few weeks.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
Oh, my back.
The diagnosis you suggested for Mr. Parker was spot on.
Thanks. Geriatric conditions were a favorite of mine in med school. Guess it had to do with my grandfather's final years. Miss him.
So, what about Mrs. Delaney?
I'm stumped on that one.
How about hemoglycemic metatosis? Treatable.
Man, I should have seen that.
Hey, it's the end of a long day. Second shift. You're tired. Human.
I'm sorry. I didn't know the room was in use. The door was ajar.
I just don't know what I was doing. I'm sorry.
This is embarrassing.
Send him in.
Now, hopefully you won't feel bad about us.
I suppose.
What?
I still feel bad about Dee.
Oh, don't worry about Dee. She's got some wild oats to sow herself.
Still, the fact that she never returned any of my calls.
When this is over, want to marry me? Nobody gets me like you do. Want to marry this old doctor? Arr. Oh.
Greg's asleep.
Did you get the pictures?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't know.
Are you falling for him?
He isn't the guy you described the day you called to talk about me applying for the intern position.
Go to hell.
Who's that? Wrong number.